Hello folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. This is L58, and today we're going to go through the classroom a little bit and go meet up with the King of Figaro Castle and find out what we need to do. As you see, I learned the antidote spell with Terra, and it was kind of just showing that she's the only one that can use magic, that Locke can't, and that's what makes her useful. As you see, Locke is kind of the thief, rather be called a treasure hunter, so I mean, let him be called a treasure hunter. And like I said, I was kind of debating whether to come in here or not, because I feel I don't really need to know any of this, and I feel like I'm just kind of wasting time coming in here. But I mean, they have a bucket that restores your MP and HP, which is very useful if you want to grind. You don't really need to grind at this point in the game, but it's there if you want to. As you see, they're just kind of saying things that this is your first time playing. It is important to go and figure out what to do. But I mean, if you play this game before, there's really no need. And as you see, a monster in the box, and it's a Lobo. Nothing life-threatening. In fact, I think I can kill him in one hit, and I do. Alright. And you know, they're just kind of trying to point out that not every chest is going to contain treasure, and sometimes you have to fight a hard battle. Alright, and we got a tincture from that little urn. Tincture's kind of like an ether. It's just like a weaker version of an ether. Restore just a little bit of MP rather than a ton. So let's go in here, and alright, let's talk to this guy. Full meter. Okay, shows you who's next. This brought in active time battle. Final Fantasy VI, that's what they call it. And I mean, it was used in Final Fantasy VII as well. And actually, this was the first one to have limit breaks. Of course, they didn't call it limit breaks, but if you get a character near death, you have a chance of seeing these limit breaks, which I guess not a whole lot of people knew about. I don't know. Alright, reflect. That's kind of interesting to know about because some enemies you fight end up having reflect on them. A couple of key battles, so it's good to know that in order to hit somebody that has reflect on them, you need to cast reflect on one of your party members and then reflect with the spell that you want to damage off your party member. Alright, so we need to get to Figaro Castle. Let's see here, what do I need to... Oh, why did I just do that? Oh, man. Alright, I just loaded a save state, which reverts me back to level 5 for Terra, and I lose the antidote spell. Alright, well, I'm just gonna do this battle, and when I finish this battle, I'll meet you outside Figaro Castle. Alright, so as you see, if you look on the map right before I went in, it's not too far away from Narsh. It's pretty easy to find if this is your first time playing. If you really have trouble finding this, then I recommend you stop playing. I'm sorry, I know that sounds a little mean. So, castle isn't that big. Of course, I'm not really one to say I don't live in a castle myself, so I mean, it does have a library and a couple of neat tricks about it, but alright, so here's the King of Figaro. It's pretty easy to meet him. Meet this young woman. Who do you think you are checking me out? Oh, sorry! How rude of me to turn my back to a lady! What a gentleman! So he's an engineer and designer of machinery. They should have also said, and a pimp. He is... I mean, really, if you're gonna meet any pimp of this game, it would be Edgar. I mean, Dawn in Final Fantasy VII was the pimp in 7, but this guy, he's more of like a gentleman, but I guess the ladies like that, so the nice guy finishes first for once. Are you helping me out because of my abilities? 3 reasons. Beauty, dying to know if you're my type, and I guess your abilities would be a distant third. Ah, what a smooth talker. What's with you anyway? Yeah, I guess technique is getting a little rusty. Dashing, but she's hardly normal. Ah, she's entirely emo. I didn't want to use that term, but I like emo characters in this game. we'll need another one soon enough. Alright, so Edgar uses tools, and these are tools you can buy for him, the Noise Blaster and the Bio Blaster. Really, I never found any time where it was crucial to use these, but yeah, what the heck, I'll buy them, and maybe I'll show them off a little bit later. But auto crossbow is really all you need for him right now. It does the trick, and yeah, you'll see. And so in here I bought some Phoenix Downs. Kind of useful to have, but they cost a lot, and a couple tonics. They're kind of useless later on in the game, not too much later in the game, but they're nice to have now just in case. And a soft. We will be going to an area where we can get stoned or petrified, but really the chance of that happening is pretty slim, and yeah. Alright, so that's pretty much all the items you can find in this castle for right now. So I'm just gonna get on with the story. Do I need to rest? Nah, I don't need to. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna try to continue the story since I wasted a lot of time back at that classroom. I shouldn't have talked to anyone. Thinking about it, I don't really plan these things out. I kind of just go with the flow. So yeah, Edgar has a twin brother, a younger twin brother. I don't get it. They make him sound like he's years and years younger, but they're twins. That can't be possible. So we're treated to a little backstory. When their father was dying and before Edgar was king. Obviously, it was a mistake. It wasn't like Edgar killed his father to take his throne. In fact, Sabin here traded the throne for his freedom. Oh, he looks so much like his father. He's a sweet little child. I wonder where he is now, or what's become of him. That's a good question. I mean, if one became king, what's the other? Yeah, well, if we named him, we should meet him pretty soon, right? Alright, so now I think I can go back and talk to Edgar and continue the story. Good indicator is the Chancellor shows up here, this guy. I'm gonna talk to him real quick. Whole business is succession. Flood the castle. Succession was settled with a coin toss. That's interesting to know, viewers. We'll look into that story in the future. Alright. How do you like my castle? It's so big. Kefka is coming to visit, probably looking for Terra. As you see, Kefka is the one that put the slave crown on Terra, so looks like the Emperor wants her back. And Kefka's really my favorite villain, maybe of all time. Definitely in a video game. Look at this. He's making the soldiers brush off his boots just for the thrill of it. And that is the best laugh. You can't argue that with me. That's the best laugh. You could think a different laugh in a video game is better, but that one just puts a smile to my face, sadly enough. Alright, so, I mean, Kefka should be a little reasonable, right? Figaro and the Empire are, they're on good terms. So, I mean, this should be pretty simple. Oof. That's pretty harsh of Edgar, though. So yeah, Kefka's kind of like the second in command of the Empire, so to say. In the original Japanese version, he's referred to as a magic knight or a mage knight, but you really don't see that much in the game. But Kefka's just an evil dude. He just gets his kicks off of destroying and killing things. As you see, he's kind of threatening Edgar because he's looking for the girl, and Edgar just straight up lied to him, and he kind of knows about it. Alright. And take her to her room. Alright, planning a strategy. Well, I'm going to have to end this pretty soon. I'm running out my limit. So I'm going to end it now. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode where we officially recruit Edgar and head towards finding Sabin, or getting to the Returner.